folks, and welcome to your outlet for outdoors and Western lifestyle news, The Ben Show. I am your host, Rebecca Warner, a.k.a. Beck, and as always, we love hearing from all of you. Comments, stories, ideas. Get a hold of us anytime. Call or text 305-900-BEN. That is, again, 305-900-2363. Or you can always drop an email to benradioshow@gmail.com.
Were you sing-songy?
I was trying to...
Is it because it's your birthday today? Is that why you're in a good mood and you're all joyous and bubbly?
I was trying to cover up the cough that you were doing in the background.
Now I got a cough again.
But yes, it's my birthday. It's my birthday.
Yes, it is, dear.
So, yes, I am excited. And because...
Happy birthday.
When it is my birthday, we don't just celebrate the day, we celebrate all month.
The entire month, yes, we know.
And you know what? I'm going to go into this a step further now that everyone's like, oh, dear gosh, she's going to talk about her birthday.
Mercy.
But I'm telling you, some people sit there and they grumble and they say, oh, I don't want to celebrate my birthday. I don't like the age I am. Thank goodness you are here right now listening and able to hear and talk with all of us, and you made it to another birthday. That's the way I look at it.
I'm celebrating my birthday. I'm getting presents.
You are?
Dramatic pause there, apparently.
Well, I've maybe been focused a little bit on I don't know, tax.
There are two presents.
Say taxes.
There are two presents that are out there. There's two presents that are out there, and another one is on the way. And you made a haul at Valentine's Day, and you made a haul at Christmas, and so just be thankful.
Yeah, and your birthday is coming up soon. You're only like a week and a half out.
And you haven't gotten me anything yet. Don't even tell me that you hid it in the shop, because I have tore that place apart, and there's nothing. Oh, that was the present. I went on a scavenger hunt.
Okay, you do have one gift out in the shop, and it's actually been sitting there for a year.
No,
Except
I
don't think it's going to work out, so I am scrambling just a little bit because
something's been sitting out there for a year?
Yes, and you have literally picked it up and moved it. You don't want to know how many times. This is how much fun this has been watching you literally pick up and move your gift.
Are you talking about the two lamps that my dad was working on? Those are my mom and dad's that they gave to me.
No,
what is it?
That is not what I'm talking about.
Go into the news. Do what you want.
I will do what I want because, yes, it is my birthday. We are gearing up for spring break ahead, which means getting out and doing a little more traveling and such. So when this news bit crossed my wires, I thought it was a good one to share and maybe talk about a little bit. And that is how McDonald's has unveiled a robot-run restaurant. Yes, they recently unveiled a robot-run restaurant with no human staff. This futuristic location is in Australia, however, but it is completely done up with self-service kiosks, a digital menu board, and the food is delivered by robots. McDonald's is hoping that this new concept will streamline their operations and provide more efficient dining experiences. And I thought this was one we should all go, whoa, wait, and talk about, because we often hear about worker shortages and more use of AI as well. And now seeing McDonald's locations already using kiosks here in the United States, now the question is, when will this become the new norm, if you might say, in the USA? And then I want to ask you, when's the last time you tried one of those kiosks? They are not exactly user-friendly.
We have one in our hometown. I came back and I was getting you a treat. I think you weren't feeling well or something. I said, I'm going to go get you a treat. Came back and I was madder than blazes because I couldn't figure the thing out. And you thought I was just losing my temper and I was getting mad until you tried one. When we were in Orlando, right? Mm-hmm. Is that when it was? We were in Orlando and you tried one and you said, I am sorry. This thing was extremely difficult to try to figure out how the heck to order the meal that you wanted.
And I consider myself quite tech savvy. Let's put it that way. I feel like I'm quite confident in almost any tech gear stuff that you send my way.
You are.
Or I can usually quickly adapt and figure it out. I was blown away. It took me almost 15 minutes to put my order in for a simple double hamburger, double cheeseburger with fries in a meal. That's all I was ordering, something simple.
And we're not gigging on McDonald's. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there wasn't there was nobody around to ask questions, and I immediately thought of my folks because sometimes, like everybody, they're like, you know what, we just got to grab something quick and go, where, oh my gosh, they would be kind of confused on, because you did the same thing that I did. You had like 12 orders of fries in there and you couldn't figure it out of how to reduce and get this one out of there. It was kind of tough to use.
Yeah, so I'm going to encourage you just to kind of keep the stress down as you plan your next trips moving forward this summer. If you don't eat out a lot, you probably will have to eat out. That a lot of restaurants, not just McDonald's, either require using these kiosks, or they might require you scanning a code and putting your order in through your phone instead of getting handed a normal menu. Times are changing. Keep your eyes open on that. That's all I've got for the news. We're going to take a short break. I'm going to hop out of here, and actually Tigger's going to take the reins. We've got our good friend Johnny Candle jumping on with him. They've got some great thoughts to share with y'all. Stay where you are. The Bend will be back right after this.
In the field, on the farm, or in the saddle, we're right there with you in your pocket, on your phone, and everywhere you go. RFD TV Now. Current ag reports, geo-targeted weather, live streaming 24/7, and our full collection of shows you love at the tip of your finger. At less than $10 a month, it's the cheapest tool on the farm. Download the app today and start watching RFD TV Now.
This is Kim with Medora Boot and Western Wear, and we have a lot of fun stuff that's coming up and that we've gotten in already. We've gotten in our supply of American straw hats. We didn't have them last year, but we have them in now in all kinds of sizes and styles. And we also got in Atwood felts. So we have 20X and 5X, and they're at a very good price and look great. They're good hats. So come by and see us at Medora Boot and Western Wear.
And online at medoraboot.com. Welcome back to the Bend Radio Show. Beck turned me on to this one and said, hey, you got to go talk to Johnny Candle and touch base with him again. We've had Johnny Candle, the professional angler and sports fishing communicator, on the show several times. 2 locations that Johnny works out of, Devil's Lake, North Dakota, and then all the way down in Florida. And he is fixing to finish his fishing season in Florida and start to work his way back up to the Dakotas. He's got a number of hummingbird seminars that he has to do in the next 45 days or so. So he's shutting down shop in Florida, making his way back up north. And I recall some of the conversations that Johnny and Beck and I had. We had the opportunity to go fishing with him. It was fantastic. He took us out on Devil's Lake in Devil's Lake, North Dakota. Beck and I had a rodeo that we were working in Devil's Lake, and we were able to spend a few hours with our friend Johnny. And I touched base with Johnny again just to find out how the transition was going back up to the Dakotas. And he reminded me of a story that he had told us about slowing down and not missing so much, just slowing down just a tick. And this is a great story about a friend of his that he met actually on the road selling boats in his young career. Johnny, remind us of this story again, would you please?
Yeah, no problem. Very young man. First boat sponsor I ever had was Tracker Marine, and I met a gentleman through them. His name was Vern Nelson, since passed away, and missed the guy dearly a lot. He was this regional sales rep for Tracker Boats, so I did a lot of sports shows, trade shows, all that with Vern, and constantly gleaning knowledge because I'm hungry to learn. Our careers separated as we both changed jobs and companies we worked with, ended up working together again, and I had a new role now under Vern as a regional territory salesman. So I'm driving around calling on marine dealerships to sell boats. And I would call Vern, or Vern would call me and talk about the day and how did it go and who'd you talk to. And I would make a statement. Vern, I drove by 3 or 4 boat dealers, and I wrote their names down and where I saw them so I can hit them up later. I didn't even know they existed out here. And here I am thinking I'm doing a great thing because I wrote it down. At least I'm smart enough to write it down. And Vern made a comment to me once about, you might want to think about stopping at one of those places, because you never know if you'll be that close to that spot again in your life. And that hit home with me, not only in business as far as making a sales call, but in life. You drive by something that looks really cool on the side of the road that you've never seen before, and you drive by it and you go, man, I hope I get to see that again. Well, as
chances are you probably won't.
Right. And as life has gone, I've quit driving by those places. I see something cool, I hit the next intersection, I whip a Yui, and I go back and I take 10 minutes to look at what I saw. Maybe it was a covered bridge, maybe it was a creek or a stream, maybe it was a roadside fruit stand or something like that. Maybe it was a county fair in a county that I've never been to in my life, and I end up staying all day. I don't know, but you got to learn to slow down, pump the brakes a little bit, and take advantage of the moment in front of you instead of getting so caught up in getting somewhere on time. And I'm not saying be late on purpose, but man, the whole stop and smell the roses kind of thing that we were all told as a kid, it kind of hit home finally in life.
And you did that. You said you were with your bride in Florida, and there was a citrus stand, and and she said, "Why are you stopping?" And you went, "Wait a minute, here's a citrus stand. That's not something I see every day."
Yeah, exactly. I'm new to the Florida lifestyle, and I don't even know what citrus gets harvested at what times of the year, but I'm driving by, and literally at the end of a driveway in front of a house are a mom and a kid with boxes of oranges and a sign that says whatever kind of orange they are for sale. I've never had that kind of orange. I've definitely never bought an orange from somebody's crate on the side of a road. So I pulled in and bought a bunch, and they were phenomenal. Next time I drove by, I bought even more. So again, you never know what you're going to meet, what you're going to experience. Not to be over dramatic, but you might meet a person that becomes a lifelong friend or business mentor or partner, or you just never know. And it again, you'll never be that close again in your life. So why not take advantage of the situation and stop and check it out for a little bit?
You know, they always say that if you see a little kid and they have a lemonade stand, stop and do that. Stop and buy a lemonade and give them $1 for the lemonade.
Yeah, kind of funny you said that. I stopped at a little secondhand store here in the town I live in, Devil's Lake, about 2 weeks ago, and they didn't have what I wanted to buy. I was looking for a bait fridge for my garage, and they didn't have one, but there's two little girls there selling cookies that they had just baked, and I think I bought $10 worth of cookies, and I didn't really need the cookies, but I was a youngster once trying to make a go of a business all on my own, and I was a little older than 10. But the point is the same, right? Me spending $10 with those two little girls.
They could be the next Betty Crocker. You never know.
You never know. You don't know. And they're out there trying to hustle a few bucks, and they're not just asking for handouts. They're actually baking a product and selling it. And you know what? The cookies were pretty dang good, too.
I think Johnny Candle is absolutely spot on. There's a few moral of the stories kind of right here. You know, we always say slow down, smell the roses, you know, enjoy. I was so guilty of this because I used to be on the road a lot, and whatever was the fastest and most direct route to where I was going, I got to get there fast. I got to get the job done fast. I got to get home fast and move on to the next project. And Beck has been wonderful for me. I don't think she can even hear this. She's over in the other room right now. Beck has been wonderful for helping us slow down. I'm going to say we're wonderful for each other. And now she just came out and said, we are wonderful for each other because we have forced ourselves to do this, which is slow down that extra 10 minutes or visit with somebody a few minutes. I'm so guilty of that too. You know, we may be done with a particular, you know, a rodeo, for example. I'm kind of picking on that. We're done with the rodeo and in a hurry to get moving on, and you're tired to move on. And we've taken the time just to visit with fans, especially, and hear their story. 9 out of 10 times, I have made tremendous friends from doing that. Slowing down just a little bit, taking the extra time, going down that dirt road, or not necessarily taking the interstate, just getting on the 2-lane of where you need to go. And if you're like me and you got to plan things out and it's got to be according to a schedule and all of that, that's okay. But maybe just plan your route to include going off of the route just a little bit. We have done that so many times. It doesn't matter what we're doing, hauling cattle or going with the kayaks or going hunting, by the way. We do that actually a lot, is we allocate some time for what we don't know what is going to happen in the day. And we've always found it very, very, very interesting no matter what we're doing. And those are the memories that we have, that Beck and I have created. So, Johnny, I really appreciate just reminding us of that story. And if you want to follow Johnny along on his journey, I encourage y'all to head to Facebook, give him a like and a follow. Just go to Johnny Candle Professional Angler. Like I said, he is closing up his shop in Florida, making his way back up to the Dakotas. And I believe that he has something like 16 hummingbird seminars that he has to do in the next 45 days. So he may be coming to a town near you, a wonderful man to visit with, full of knowledge. And Johnny, you have taken me out walleye fishing a time or two now. So now it's my turn to return the favor. And I'm taking you out fly fishing. If we just got to be on the kayaks having a fun time along the creek, we can do that. So, friends, hope you enjoyed this little segment and catching up with Johnny Candle, professional angler and sports fishing communicator. Hey, crew, stick around. We've got a lot more of the Ben Radio Show, and it's coming up right after this.
Are the Florida Keys calling your name? Have you dreamed of catching exotic mahi-mahi, red snapper, sailfish, grouper? Blue Water Girl Charters can fulfill your dreams of saltwater fishing excitement. Book today, full or half-day charters. Let Blue Water Girl Charters make your dreams a reality. Blue Water Girl Charters. Follow on Facebook for booking and more information. Blue Water Girl Charters. Catch dinner and memories. You've waited, dreamt of a hunting adventure, and now have harvested that trophy of a lifetime. Keep the memory alive with a custom-designed mount, preserved as a work of art. Check out our approved taxidermist depending on your location. The award-winning Schneider Taxidermy is located in Helena, Montana. When hunting the Dakotas, JB's Wildlife Designs in Mandan, North Dakota, then Shadron Creek Taxidermy in Nebraska, and for the Central USA, Little Rack Taxidermy in Macomb, Illinois. Reach out to The Ben Show and let us help you find the right taxidermist. Welcome back to the Outdoors Radio Show, The Bend. I am your host, Rebecca Warner, a.k.a. Beck, and joining alongside me, as always, is my co-host, Jeff Tigger Earhart. I think you said earlier, right, this has really become the show that you never know what you're going to hear, right? It's a little of everything.
You find the stuff you just don't hear anywhere else. Ooh. So it's a nice break, and that's the whole reason that we have The Bend is so you can show everybody your personality. It's a nice break in between a lot of sometimes the serious stuff.
A lot of the heavy stuff.
Yep, exactly. A lot of the heavy stuff because we go over a lot of the cattle stuff and the ranching stuff and the market. So it's a nice little break because it has the things that make you go, huh.
Well, this one's gonna too, because
like the squirrels you talked about.
Oh, in the beginning of the show. By the way, if you missed that, you're gonna want to check out the podcast version of this show because we had a lot of fun stuff in the first half of the show. All right, as we keep our rolling here, got a broken heart? Or do you know someone that's going through a situation that has left a broken heart? Well, Dr. Chun Tang has been in the news for telling it as it is and giving the following as his prescription for mending that heart. According to Dr. Tang, he says, I know you're looking at me, Tigger, really? You're going there? He says, getting dumped can cause physical pain. The best way to heal that heartbreak is by avoiding, get this, pizza and cake. He says heartbreak can manage. I know.
Where do you find half of this stuff? Or you will never...
I'm never going to reveal my sources.
I kind of figured.
All right. Well, Dr. Tang...
Isn't that comfort food?
He goes on to say, heartbreak can manifest itself in a whole wave of symptoms. Those suffering may experience low mood, lethargy, headaches, muscle and joint aches, and a loss of appetite leading to drastic weight loss or weight gain. A balanced diet can be the remedy to cure that broken heart. He says avoid processed foods and refined carbohydrates as they'll only make you feel sluggish and tired. I think we can all agree with that.
I totally agree with that.
He says vitamin D and B vitamins will keep the body healthy and can increase energy, reduce stress, and turbocharge that mood. take time for yourself and speak. He says, talk to your close friends and family about the situation. So there you have it. To me, that sounds like a prescription to get outside or go for maybe that short walk a day. Or how about this one? Just check in with your friends and neighbors and consider maybe, if nothing else, taking up that new activity, right?
I find it interesting that there has been research done on emotionally, talking about broken heart. That could be a loss of a loved one or whatever the situation is. I don't want grief. I won't go down that road. But there has been a number of studies that have shown that, yes, it does cause physical harm to the body. So I start out joking around about pizza and cake, but I do agree with Dr. What's his name?
Dr. Tang.
Dr. What's his name? That, yes, have a balanced diet, eat beef. But have a balanced diet, right? And to stay away from the processed foods and the heavy carbs and all that. Good luck with that. I mean, when you're going through those tough situations.
It is. But
we've all been through them.
If nothing else, if you know of somebody that is going through something like that, that might be the little, thing you needed to hear so that maybe you'd help them out and find an activity that maybe they might go and invite them to do with you. How about that one? There you go. All right, here's one last one for you. Oranges in the shower. I like this one because...
Okay, this is random.
I know it is. But
Beck,
this one totally is a mood booster.
Rebecca, this is really random that you're going and you're talking about broken hearts and we're getting outside.
I know.
Okay, anyway.
But I thought,
an orange in the shower.
Yes, I thought this one was pretty crazy. So here's one I think we all might be up for getting behind, all right? The use of adding some aromatherapy oils such as eucalyptus or lavender to your shower is an old tried and true method for relaxation, right? But how about flipping the coin? Give this a try in the morning. Grab your orange as you head to take a quick rinse off, peel it, and maybe even eat it in the shower if you'd like. But that scent of citrus, when it hits the hot, steamy water and all of that, it has an awakening effect. I'm telling you, I tried it. It's awesome.
So how do you go about doing that? You say the citrus hits the steamy effect or whatever. So what are you supposed to do? Just
inhale. Just take a nice deep breath of those wonderful.
Where are you putting the orange peels? Are you putting this in the shower head or something? Or where are you putting them that you're getting this aromatherapy? There are a lot of us out here that don't know what
my gosh,
in the blazes you're talking about.
Peel the orange right before you get in the shower. Then take said orange in your hand. Maybe don't part it into all the little sections yet.
And just hold it there and you're supposed to hold it?
Well, just take it in the shower with you. And as the hot water is running down your back, open it up and just start eating a piece here and there as you're enjoying and rinsing off, and you're going to smell the orange scents in the shower. I know you think I'm crazy. Give it a try and then let me know what you find out.
No, we need to make something a bigger deal out of this because if you really have tried this, don't prove it to us though that you've tried this.
There will be no videos.
You need to send a promotional package or something of somebody that actually there's everybody all of us are waiting.
Start your day with eating vitamin C. Enjoying a little citrus smell.
You know what I'm talking about. It's crazy.
Get going at it.
Drink my coffee.
All right, folks, we're going to call this a wrap. I think we covered enough topics today. Thank you, as always, to my producer, sound engineer, co-host, Jeff Tigger Earhart over here, and for his wisdom that he shared with my crazy stories.
The lack thereof.
As always, do know that we sure do enjoy hearing from all parts of the country on how you are all doing. So please, we invite you to call or text in your area's field reports or your thoughts on some of these topics that we have shared. That number again is 305-900-BEND. Again, 305-900-2363. And as y'all keep making those memories, be sure to keep sending those pictures in by email, bendradioshow@gmail.com, and we will be sure to share them on social media. If you are not following us on social media yet, you should be, and you can follow us at The Bend Show. If you missed part of this episode or you want to hear some of the past shows and the crazy things we talk about, you can find them all on our website, thebendshow.com, and be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcasting app. And as always, in case you haven't figured it out yet and you might be wanting to change things up at your next event, conference, awards, banquet, heck, even a rodeo, think about having us, Tigger and Beck, entertain your crowd. We are everything from MCs to event headliners, public speakers. You never know what we might just talk about, as well as we are PRCA Pro Rodeo, and music directors too. So there you have it. And on top of that, guess what? Tigger's even an auctioneer. Have you ever thought about with your upcoming fishing tournaments to have a Calcutta at one of them? If you don't know what that is, get a hold of us. You'll love it and you'll be glad you added it to your event. As always, thank you to our partners, Ditali Outdoors, Buckstorm, Little Rack Taxidermy, Mickey's Mustard, ToxicCalls.com, Wablo Creek Outfitters, Atlas Tracks, Abrahamson Rodeo Company, RFD TV, and the Cowboy Channel. Finally, a big thanks to all of you listeners out there that came along, and whether you're coming or going today, stay with us as we ranch it up. And remember to keep up with me, Beck, all week long by following The Bend on Facebook and on Instagram at The Bend Show. This is Rebecca Warner. Catch Beck if you can next week on The Bend. This is Beck. First, I appreciate all of you for listening and making The Bend part of your week. Many of you have asked, how do I catch past episodes? The answer is super easy. Head to thebendshow.com and click on the shows tab. There you can listen to every episode all the way back to episode 1. Podcasters, head to your favorite podcasting app and search The Bend. You'll find us. Be sure to follow and subscribe and never miss another episode again.
Hey guys and gals, this is John Arman with Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV. Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV travels the back roads to the backwaters in pursuit of the ultimate adventure in hunting and fishing. Join Team UOA every week for exciting action in the crosshairs of the outdoors. Catch Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV on YouTube, Amazon Prime, and make sure to follow Team UOA on Facebook and Instagram to share in the ultimate outdoor adventure.